Hi again, Laurel students. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and this is day 4 of Ms. Bauer's Read Alouds. Just bring it a little closer. It's kind of late, so I'm going to actually make this one kind of quick. The title and the author and the publication are as follows. The title of the story today is called The Hen and the Dove. This is a tale from an African country called Ghana. It's a very old tale. It used to be a story that was told by word of mouth. It wasn't written down. It was passed along from person to person. The publication is once again Heinemann. As you can see, I use a lot of Heinemann books, and it is a classic tale. You can look at the illustration really quickly. I'll quickly show you another illustration. You can probably guess because it's about animals, and it says literally right here that it's a tale, that the genre is most likely fiction. It is actually a special kind of fiction called a fable. And fables are short stories that usually teach a lesson, and sometimes they're folk tales. They often have characters that are animals. And in this story today, the hen and the dove, the two main characters are animals. So I'm just going to get started. The hen and the dove. A long time ago, a hen and a dove lived in the forest. They were both hungry. They scratched and pecked in the dirt all day long, but they didn't find much to eat. 4 eyes are better than 2, said Hen. We can look for food together. Let's promise to share what we find. The next day, Hen said to Dove, Look, there is smoke in the sky above the village. Maybe someone is cooking food. When Dove turned her head to look at the smoke, Hen saw a bug crawling on the ground. She snapped it up. So what if I broke my promise to share, she thought. What Dove doesn't know will not hurt her. I know what we can do, Hen said. I'll go to the village. If I find a lot of food there, I'll come back and tell you. You go to the meadow. If you find food, come to the village and tell me. So Hen went to the village, and Dove went to the grassy meadow. When Hen got to the village, she saw a girl grinding corn to make flour for bread. The girl tossed some corn to the ground, and Hen gobbled it down. Yum, she thought. Life in the village is easy. The next day, the girl tossed more corn to Hen, and Hen gobbled it as fast as she could. She thought about her promise to Dove. She had promised to go and get Dove if she found lots of food. Oh, forget Dove, she told herself. The meadow is far away. Besides, Dove is probably stuffing herself with bugs and not telling me. So Hen kept gobbling corn without a care in the world. Then, slam! She was trapped in a cage. Hen was growing fat on corn, but Dove was as hungry as ever. She scratched and pecked in the grassy meadow all day, but she found barely enough food to stay alive. This is dreadful, she said to herself. I will go to the village and look for Hen. Things have to be better there. Dove was surprised when she saw Hen. "How you've changed," she said. "You used to be as thin as a stick, and now look at you." "Yes, I am plump and shiny, aren't I?" agreed Hen cheerfully. "Life in the village is good. A girl feeds me and fusses over me every day. Just look at me. I'll never have to scratch for food again." "But you are in a cage," Dove said. "Don't you miss being free?" "It's true that I can't go here and there as I used to," said Hen, "but at least I am never hungry." "Come back at sunset," Hen told Dove. "Then you will know what a full belly feels like. The girl will bring food again then. I will give you some, just as I promised." Now that Hen was no longer hungry, she was willing to share. But when Dove came back at sunset, Hen's cage was empty. There was a dog lying beside it. "Where is the plump hen that was in the cage?" Dove asked him. The dog scratched his chin. "Oh, they decided she was plump enough," he said, "so they took her away. I've seen it happen to other hens. She'll never come back." Dove flew off back to the meadow. "Hen traded her freedom for a full belly," she thought. "I think she ended up in someone's belly too." Dove flapped harder. "It is better to be free," she thought. "My stomach growls from hunger, and I have to scratch for a living. Still, it is much better to be free." That's the end of the story. But over here there's some information about fables. I wanted to share some of it with you. It says that this story is a fable, a kind of folk tale. Fables are stories that teach a lesson. Usually they are quite short. Most fables feature animal characters that speak and act like humans. This fable is from the Ashanti people. The part of Africa where the Ashanti live was once called the Gold Coast. Beginning in the 1800s, it was ruled by the British. In 1857, the people of Gold Coast won their independence from England. Since then, the country has been called Ghana. So I think that when we read this story, we have to remember that while animals are the main characters, it probably is based upon how Ghana got its freedom. And I actually forgot to give you the name of the author who retold this story. Like I told you, it was a story that was handed down person to person by word of mouth, but a woman named Susan McCloskey, she wrote it down and published it. The Hen and the Dove. I hope you all have a good evening, and I will check back in with you tomorrow. Have a good day and stay healthy and stay well. Miss you guys. Take care. Bye.